Oh, I think that this is so funny that in the past few days or so, this has happened kind of twice, but not exactly. Anyways, welcome back to the channel, everyone. I hope that you are having a fantastic day out there, wherever you may be. However you are, I hope that you're doing well. Today, a little XTC to go along with your cup of tea. We're listening to the track Wrapped in Gray. This is coming off of their album Nonsuch, which was released in 1992. We're listening to this particular track because it was requested by Paul. So Paul, thank you so much for the recommendation. Thank you so much for the support as well. I truly appreciate that. And if I do a quick search in my comments section, I'm sure that I can find at least a couple others that perhaps have recommended this track. Mr. Fox, I see you. James Warner, I got you. Michael Bedford, I got you as well. Roger Henney, Rosenfield. Slookadapoo, I think I got you as well. John Mavrodis, Adam. John Mavrodis again. Suz or Suze? I would assume Suze. 589 or 62. Sarah Beach. The list goes on. So I see a few of you, Roger Henney as well. So thank you guys. Okay, so what I was getting at is that we haven't listened to XTC in a little bit since Seagulls. But there will be some XTC coming up in the near future, in like the next couple of weeks. Matter of fact, some XTC that I really enjoyed and will be very, very likely going through the album. Now, you may be asking yourself, JP, which album is it? What are we doing? What's happening? You'll have to find out in a few weeks because I just, like a few days ago, I just did the reaction and then I set it up for like a couple weeks later. So take some guesses. You're more than welcome to guess what album we'll be reacting to from XTC. I'm looking at these two songs are really good. I listened to one of the songs and I said, I got to go back and listen to how this thing began. So anyways, for now, a little Nonsuch. Let's go ahead and listen to the track. We'll discuss it a little bit after. Here. Whoop, I got to load it. Here we go. I wonder who's going to guess which album.
Some folks see the world as a stone, concrete daubed in dull monotone. Your heart is the big box of pains, another's the canvas we're dealt. Your heart is the big box of pains. How colored the flowers all smelled as they huddled there in petal prayer. They told me this as I knelt there.
Love the strings.
Awaken you, dreamer.
That's gorgeous.
Adrift in your bed. Balloons and streamers decorate the inside of your head.
It's like a nice bit of orchestral pop.
Please let's all out, do it today. But don't let the love this one sell you a world wrapped in gray.
I love how XTC handles this genre.
Some folks pull this life like a weight, drab and dragging dreams made of slate. Your heart is the big box of paints, another's the canvas we're dealt. Your heart is the big box of paints.
God, I love those backup
Just
vocals.
think how the old master
The way that he said grin at the very end with that high pitched note, way he slid into that sounds like it was harder than it kind of first appeared. I love how they added that little slice of an outro at the very end of this track just to really give it a nice way of putting a bow on it and handing that present to us. This was really cool because I can't quite say that I've heard them hit this kind of orchestral pop sound before, and I love how they can tackle, it seems, any genre and make it completely their own. I think it's a big part of that is the singing, and it's just a very particular cadence he has. But also, I think the way that they insert whatever it is that makes XTC themselves, and it is everything from the vocals, the guitar, the piano, the bass, especially from Colin. Like, they just have a very specific sound, but at the same time, they can't be put in a box. And I think that is fantastic and really awesome. And it's cool to hear them painting in this particular box per the lyrics and such. And I love the gentle violins that grow from a little bit of ambience in the background to a little elegance, and the way that the music sways there near the end. Like I said, I love that little bit of closure in the way he says grin and holds that. It just sounds like a very hard piece of falsetto there. The bass playing is warm and inviting. It's just a really fun track to listen to. The piano dancing alongside as well, and I love how catchy it is. And let me pull it up here really quick. Wrapped in Gray, back again. Right. So I like how the piano, it plays like those notes. Ba 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 ba. There's something about that ending that the piano just has a little bit of a something more askew and more eccentric planned where it goes.
Your heart is the big box of pain.
Right there, that's a hopeful rise. That's foreboding. See that note, for some reason, the way it drops down with the bass and everything else, there's something that just speaks to, this ain't like your typical kind of upbeat sunshine and orchestra kind of song. There's something else to it. There's something else coming, and we get what's coming to us in the chorus here. I like how he has this kind of biting tone in the way he sings. Love that run on there. And the backing vocals are wonderful. I love how it gets into the second half of the track. You have those, I mean, I'm assuming it's just tambourine, but it reminds me of Jingle Bells. That kind of help keep that rhythm and give it a cheerful, jolly kind of sound. This is very, very celebratory. That's really cool. They did a really fantastic job on this track. I love when I hear them just doing something different that, we've covered a decent amount from the band, but it seems like there's always something new around the bend. Some folks see the world as a stone, concrete daubed in dull monotone. Your heart is the big box of paints, and others, the canvas we're dealt. Your heart is the big box of paints. How colored the flowers all smelled as they huddled there in petaled prayer. They told me this as I knelt there. What did they say? Awaken your dreamers adrift in your beds. Balloons and streamers decorate the inside of your heads. Please let some out. Do it today. But don't let the loveless ones sell you a world wrapped in gray. Sometimes when you look at the world, the events that take place in the world, and perhaps you get into that monotony, the numbness, the jadedness of the day-to-day and the mundane. And yes, there's sometimes a mundanity about life and a grimness, perhaps a monotonous, monotone color of the world. But I like how he says, your box is the big box. I'm sorry. Your heart is the big box of paints. And others, the canvas we're dealt. What do you do with paint or a paint box? You take that paintbrush out and you start to paint on the canvas. Use the colors of your heart. Use those beautiful, vibrant colors of your heart and share that with others. Pass that color onto others. I love that. It's such a simple line, these two, but I think that is really, really deep. Your heart is the big box of paints and others, the canvas we're dealt. Like, just, you could get rid of the rest of this song lyrically, and you could just have that repeated throughout, and I think that it makes just a big effect. And I like how the colors are, I'm sorry, I like how the flowers, of course, metaphorically speaking, unless he's maybe smoking flowers to hear the flowers, but, but I like how the flowers pass on their knowledge. Of course, the flowers know about color and vibrancy. Like, I like how they pass on their knowledge to us, to him. Awaken Your Dreamers, which is also a great track from the band All Shall Perish. Definitely not a track that relates at all to this, and I know you guys would hate it. All Shall Perish is a really great deathcore band. This song. I love the middle here. This is not the song. That's the album. I wanted the title track. There it is. That heavy solo. I'm sorry, this has nothing to do with it. Well, I probably scared some people away. Okay, let's get back to what we're doing, huh? Some folks pull this life like a weight, drab and dragging dreams made of slate. Nice alliteration, but I like that. Some people pull life like it's holding them back, like it's something they have to carry as, like it says, a weight, dragging behind them. But life can be more than a weight that you have to drag behind you. Life can be the motivation in front of you to keep you going. Just think how the old masters felt. They call. Like our ancestors. Awaken your dreamers asleep at your desk. I like the change there. First adrift in your beds, now asleep at your desk. You might be at work in one of the most monotonous probably aspects of life. Just the day-to-day aspect of going to work. You might be asleep at your desk. Or it could be asleep at your desk in school. Color some life around you. Parrots and lemurs, populate your unconscious grotesques. Please let some out. Do it today. But don't let the loveless ones sell you a world wrapped in gray. Don't let others tell you that this is all there is in the world. It's just gray, gray, gray. No, you got to color it. And isn't a grotesque like an old word for like a circus, basically? So I like how he brings to life parrots and lemurs, colorful parrots and lemurs with their stripes, and like unleash these animals, so to speak. Unleash the color, unleash a little fun into the world. Let some out. Do it today. Don't wait. And in the very least, you can stand up naked and grin. I love the lyrics in here. It says it was to be issued as the third single from the album, but its initial pressings were withdrawn for an unknown reason. There was a stimulus for the band to go on strike against the label for a few years until their contracts were terminated. Interesting. Partridge described the song as Iret's Bacharach. I can definitely hear a little Bacharach inspiration here. I guess, yeah, with that orchestral pop kind of sound. Yeah, definitely. He named this track as one of the perfect songs of his career, feeling that he had exercised a lot of those kind of Lennon and McCartney, Bacharach and David, Brian Wilson type ghosts out of my system by doing all that. He remembered once hearing the song on the radio and feeling like the boy from Penn Hill made good. Although he sings lead, he played none of the instrumentation. Virgin's choice of Wrapped in Grey as a single pleased Partridge, who considered a leap into the adult market. He planned and storyboarded a silhouette animation music video for the song inspired by the work of Lot Reniger. This was canceled when Virgin aborted the song's release, despite a number of copies already being pressed. Partridge considered the withdrawal a big nail in the coffin of the relationship with Virgin. And on the suggestion of Gregory, they refused to work with Virgin until they left the label in '98. Sometimes a label can help boost you and take you where you want to go, and sometimes they can drag you down into the mud. And let me know what you guys thought down below in the comments. I hope that you enjoyed the music, your time here, the reaction, and everything else. There will be some more XTC in the future. From what album? I guess you just have to wait and find out. I'm not even going to hint to it. I'm going to hint to it. Or maybe I did. I don't know. Anyways, Paul, thank you so much once again for the request. I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you all later. Bye, guys.
Mummer.